I believe we witnessed this week were two of the most self-obsessed, ungrateful people on the planet. Yeah, you guessed it. Harry and Meghan in their final 3 episodes of their 6-part docu-whatever. Frankly, I'd like to give them what they want. Privacy. So like the last set, episode 4 begins with a play on the heartstrings. Meghan goes to Grenfell showing off her humanitarian credentials. And yes, that was the bit where we thought that she was amazing. That was what we want our royal family to be doing. Meghan participates in their ritual of a hug with 3 or 4 kisses on either side, which is odd because I'm sure in the last episode she mocked British society for not being very huggy. They were doing so well. Meghan was pregnant, Australia a success. They were apparently being dubbed the superstars of the royal family. But in their view, perhaps they were becoming too good at this. Nothing like playing your own trumpet. In fact, they claimed the rest of the family were spooked by just how good at it they were compared to Wills and Kate, and how the spare and his wife were doing a better job than the heir. Yeah, right. For all of 5 minutes, the job requires patience and stamina, which clearly they didn't possess. The whinge fest begins. Harry even compared him and Meghan to Charles and Diana, and they dragged the archives to find these clips, one of Piers Morgan, to confirm their narrative.
Putting aside what I think about her, right? She's becoming a royal rock star. Bigger, I would argue, as a couple than William and Kate. That's probably not a good thing in the long term.
And James Holt chips in.
Some people in the institution around the family started to see that this new couple could destabilise the power dynamics, whether actively talked about or not. The aim was to put them in a box or make...
So this is why, apparently, the press changed towards them. A load of articles appear to corroborate this, including the infamous Kate and Meghan avocado gate. And Prince Harry says...
This is how it was covered for her. This is how it was covered for her. If you don't see the difference and understand why it's being reported that way, then I can't help you.
Yes, well, the person who didn't help on his own admission was actually Meghan, who apparently was going through turmoil and admits that no one helped her. He talks about trading stories, but he's doing exactly the same thing, scheduling his media to eclipse his brothers. Harry says that they were amazed at what they had to do, i.e. leave. Well, it's a lot easier when you're ridiculously wealthy, you're still funded by your dad in your 30s and have a multi-million-pound inheritance. No one told them that they actually had to go. In fact, when they finally decided to tell us, the British public, that they wanted out, Meghan said that she thought the public hated them.
I thought, the public, if they've been fed these lies for 2 years, what do they think of me? What do they think of me?
Exactly, we didn't hate her. In fact, we were sad she was leaving and that they were leaving. And as if you think we're so stupid that we believe everything we read, the British public are intelligent and were very, very disappointed. Me included. They didn't read the room again. Episode 5. These poor people in their multi-million-dollar mansions in the most gorgeous location of Vancouver Island, whinging. How are they going to fix things? I know, let's move to Canada and do the work in the name of the Queen. You get us for free. No, we'd still be paying for you. You just want the titles. Let's pick a Commonwealth country. All right, for some. Look, people wanted to hear what they had to say because we thought it was going to be interesting. This was like a broken record. I honestly struggled to watch it. I fell asleep. I then woke up to the blaming race again. I had to rewind. There was a pilot story that actually did make me laugh.
We get on the plane, and it's not the pilot, but whoever's sort of overseeing the crew. And he came and he knelt next to my seat and he took his hat off. And I just remember looking at him, he goes, "We appreciate everything you did for our country."
Oh, God, this could turn out to be the Lion King and the rejoicing in the streets. Remember that all over again. We need to find the pilot.
We landed in Canada, and one of our security guards who had been with H for so long, and these guys were so wonderful, I just collapsed in his arms crying. I was like, I tried so hard. He goes, I know you did. I know you did, ma'am. I know you did.
She tried so hard for all of what, was it 18 months? In the third one, Meghan, reads out a text from Beyoncé saying that she's been selected to break down general curses.
She wants me to feel safe and protected. She admires and respects my bravery and vulnerability and thinks I was selected to break generational curses that need to be healed.
More whinging in March.
Hi, so we're here on Wednesday, the something of March. These next few months is when we're going to be at our most vulnerable, when the press will no doubt create some sort of feeding frenzy.
They're in a private jet, and don't mention the climate. And then there's the response to Oprah, all very lovely shots, but who's holding the cameras? There must be a crew in the room. Harry appears to be quite matter-of-fact as well about the death of his grandmother, who he said went peacefully.
I was actually really happy for my grandfather. He went quietly, he went peacefully, he went happily.
Well, of course, that's, if he wasn't aware of the Oprah interview. I mean, they really have no idea of the effect of their actions. They're oblivious of their own behaviour. Harry's still talking about an apology. Look, Dan Wootton, he's got a show here on GBNews. He does it Monday to Thursday from 9 o'clock. And he was the journalist who broke many of the stories. And it seems that the truth is the royal family were trying to protect this couple and tried to stop stories from leaking. He should know they tried to stop him. My resounding take from this docusoap whatever thing, apart from the fact that it was pretty boring and I had to force myself to go back to watching it, was that it started as it began, as a love story, and that, frankly, we've given these two way too much airspace, credited them with way too much intelligence, and that they are normal people who haven't, like most of us, got a flaming clue. This is why the Queen said, never complain, never explain. Because when you do, the gloss rubs off alongside the interest. And then, to add insult to injury, having seen the palace bend over backwards for Ngozi Fulani and give in to her narcissism with kindness, these two have also demanded an apology. You couldn't make it up. So I say, switch off. Don't buy the book. There's nothing in it they haven't already told us. You know what? Let's do what they want. They want the media to leave them alone. Let's just do that. I'm calling for a blackout on this pair, to all media in the UK and across the world to stop covering these two. Let's force them to live in the real world, just like the rest of us.